Good morning, everyone. I'm going to show you my 5-minute wake up and stretch routine. I start with a forward fold, rolling down, hands coming to the floor, and adding a little bit of movement, whether that's just bending the knees, alternating bending one knee as the other straightens, bending both knees at the same time, and just waking up the backs of the legs. And then I'll start to lengthen the spine, lifting the torso up slightly, folding back forward, and then coming down to the knees for a cat-cow stretch, starting to drop the belly to arch the spine, and then rounding as I press through the shoulder blades. So just waking up the spine, making sure that the shoulders are drawing down from the ears, adding movement to the hips, starting to engage a little bit of the back muscles and the abdominal muscles at the front of the body. And then I may even add some side bends, just kind of rotating the hips and the shoulders, looking over one shoulder and then the other. And then I'll add some hip rotations or hip movement, just rocking the hips from side to side. I'll usually get a few pops of my hips in this, and it feels really good first thing in the morning when everything gets kind of tight. And then I'll move into some spinal twists. You might recognize this as thread the needle, where you twist and reach open the side of the body and then go into an opposing twist as you lower the shoulder to the mat. And so I usually just do a few of these, like I said, just to warm up the spine, making sure to do both sides. Deep breaths the whole time. And again, you're just looking to warm up the body, get a little bit of movement in before you start the rest of your day. And then from here, I step 1 foot forward and come into a low lunge. This is a great way to open up the hip flexors, which if you have any low back pain like myself, this is a great way to release any back pain. You can even add a little bit of a twist, coming down to the floor with one hand and pressing with your other hand to the knee. That sometimes will even open the hip and the piriformis muscle. And then bringing both hands back on the outsides of the feet or the foot, I'll straighten that leg coming into a hamstring stretch and just add some movement. Gets the knee moving a little bit, gets the hips rocking forward and back. Hamstrings, again, get really tight first thing in the morning, so a great way to stretch out the hamstrings and the hip flexors at the same time. And then switching sides. You want to make sure you're breathing through all of this. And you're listening to your body. Again, if you're doing this first thing in the morning, like I said, things can be really tight, and so you just want to make sure that you're not going too deep. Our aim is just to warm up the muscles slightly, get some blood flowing, get some oxygen. And then once you've finished your lunges and your hamstring stretches, I come back to a tabletop position. I tuck my toes and press the hips back into just a little momentary downward facing dog before walking the hands and feet together back into a forward fold and then rounding up bone by bone. And then I go into some side stretches standing. So you can grab onto one wrist and then reach up and over, and then coming back up and switching sides. Making sure that you're inhaling to get length first and then exhaling to go into your side bend and get some depth. And that completes my little warm-up, you guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day.